Hi, I just got a new webcam, so I thought I'd kind of play around with it. And yesterday I was working with my daughter on some videos for my website and felt so awkward in front of the camera, so I thought I'd give it a try, just experiment, mess around, and see if I could get more comfortable with this. So, and the kids are at school today, and it's actually kind of quiet in the house, and that's unusual. And I won't say it's going to stay that way because my dog's laying here on the desk with me, and if he hears something outside, he tends to bark. So if you hear that, that's what happens in my house. So I was thinking as I was taking the kids to school, how first of all they're 9 and 12. It's like, where does the time go? You always feel that way as a parent, I think, and I just remember when my children were born, really having some real big desires for them as far as what my job was as a parent. And I think the big three things that always come to mind for me is I wanted my children to be safe and happy and healthy. And I felt if they had those three things that they would be contributing, independent, fully functional members of society when they reached adulthood. And so that's always been my goal for them. And so far I feel like I'm doing an okay job, mistakes along the way, but for the most part I'm feeling pretty good about it. And the big thing that I think about now, since I'm a health coach, is the health part of it, and thinking how far we've come in our family to really achieve the health that we have right now, and that we continue to work towards. Um, it's like, for me, health wasn't always a big deal. Like, I always was worried about having a skinny body and looking good, and which that I never quite managed to get to my vision of what that should look like. I had the crazy, obscured thought that I could be super skinny, like a magazine model, and I know they're all airbrushed. I don't think I knew it at the time my health journey has been 25 years almost in the making. Um, once I hit high school, I had severe body image issues. I did the fad diets. I did the diet pills without my parents knowing about it, which was very hard for them once they found out. I dabbled in, eating as low calories as I could and exercising for hours just to burn them all off. If I could have made myself throw up, I would have done bulimia as well. So, I was always kind of on a borderline eating disorder issue. And I always felt guilty if I ate the wrong thing. I just really beat myself up about it. And it really wasn't, I was like always searching for this perfect pill or this perfect quick fix to get my body exactly the way I wanted it, and it never happened. I was never satisfied. Um, this has lasted up until recently, really. But I'd say my big change as far as looking at how I was eating, how I was treating my body, I started changing a little bit when my children were born. And I think that's where the whole realizing when you add this person into your life, this dependent little innocent, just pure being into your life, a lot of your priorities change. So when my son was born, he's 12 now. He had some struggles as far as the doctor thinking that he wasn't gaining weight well enough. And as a first-time mom, I felt so guilty, and I didn't know what to do. I was trying to do all the right things, as you do. You do the best you can in the moment, and that's what I felt like I was doing. Um, Up until that point, the diet that I knew was processed foods. In high school, I was terrified of fat, so I ate any low-fat thing I could come across. SnackWells was huge for me. I think I funded a lot of their profits during high school. And yeah, I lived on that stuff, and full of sugar, full of chemicals, full of just junk. When I got married, we tried to live as cheaply as possible, so we did an awful lot of Hamburger Helper, just crap in a box, like food-like substances. And when my son was born, he was having his weight gain issues. The doctor recommended like Pediasure, again, just like full of sugar, full of just junk, I didn't know. I was just going on her recommendation and getting as many calories in his body as I could. And he was a picky eater on top of that, and partly my fault because I would just feed him whatever he would eat. And I met an amazing friend, and she probably doesn't even realize how big of an impact she had on me. So I need to write her a personal little thank you note or something. But I don't know where my life would have ended up, where my health would have ended up if I hadn't met her. So, from that point, after I met her, I started realizing that, man, the packaged convenience food, I was not serving my body at all. I was not serving my children's body. 3 years after my son was born, my daughter was born, and about a year or so into her life, she developed RSV, and then a couple of years after that, she developed asthma. So, her health, she's always eaten fine, been really good about fruits and vegetables. She's been my easier child to deal with as far as eating, but, she has asthma. So I have to be really careful about things that she's exposed to, and I have to be careful about making sure her digestive system is working right and her gut bacteria is, she's getting probiotics and good foods. So different issues, but still all the same, it all comes back to my goal of making sure my children have good health so that they can have everything else going well in their life. And I really, because of my children, we've really changed the way we eat. We've replaced basically all of our packaged foods with real foods, fresh from the source as much as possible. Not to say that we don't have snacks every now and then, and that, we go out to eat. We do that, and that doesn't stress me out anymore. I used to really beat myself up. If I didn't have like this perfect bland salad at a restaurant and I indulged at all, I would really beat myself up. I would, either do massive amounts of exercise, or the next day maybe I wouldn't eat at all to try to recover those calories. So my journey always has been a long one, and I thank my one amazing friend and my children for helping me turn it around. And even just so, with all of those changes that I made, I've still kind of had this vision of how I want my body to look. And after having children, for those of you who've had children, your body is never the same after you have children. And I would look down at my stomach and see the extra skin and see my C-section scars and just hate the way I looked, hated my stomach. Considered, if I ever save enough money, I'll get a tummy tuck, or I'll do something about it. But just recently, and it's part of this as well, is this whole health journey has given me such a passion for health and for finding out more and learning more all the time, that I want to share this stuff. So it doesn't take other people, if they want to make a change in their health, it doesn't take them 12 years to get to the point where I'm at. If I would have had somebody there to support me and that really had the knowledge that could work with me, it maybe wouldn't have taken me quite so long to get to this point. And it's not only in making the changes in the food I eat, but also making the changes in how I see myself. I feel like now I still need to work on it, but I am finding more appreciation for my body. It's like, God, my body is amazing. It does so many things for me. Like breathing, I don't even have to think about it. My body just does it. My heart beating and, your digestive system, it works. It does its best to get you the nutrition you need. Um, just appreciating it. And if you love your body, if you appreciate your body, you'll treat it in the appropriate way, and the health just comes automatically. The body changes if you need to lose weight, or you want to tone up, or any of those things. If you love your body, you'll do the right things for it, and those things will come automatically. It's like you won't even really have to work that hard for it. But that's something I've really discovered recently, and that's something I really want to help other people with, is respecting and loving and cherishing and nourishing your body. And yeah, it just works so much better for you, because your body naturally wants to help you survive, help you heal, help you be the best that you can be. So if you work with your body instead of against it, like so many years I was just beating my body. I was like trying to beat it into submission. It's like my brain wanted it to do something, but you can't treat your body the way I treated mine and have it work for you and work with you. It's really, you have to listen to your body and feel the connection, and then everything's fine. Everything will work. It just, yeah. So that's my spiel, deep thought. I don't know. I'm getting a little better on the camera, even though you see me like not all full of makeup. This is the way I look, and it's good. It's good. It's enough. I'm enough. The person that I am is enough, and that's such, I don't know. It's freedom, I guess. It just makes you feel good. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to post this, and hopefully you guys aren't too critical, because this is the first time I've done it, and it's just kind of terrifying for me. So anyway, thanks, guys. Have a great day.